As long as you're upfront with your intentions and there's, no games, and it's up to the other person. Like if you're like, hey, I like chilling with you, but I'm not ready for a relationship, what you put out there, and the other person's still like, okay, like at least you're being honest and not like 6 months down the line, be like, oh, you know what? Like I'm not really looking for a relationship, even though we've already kind of been doing the relationship thing, I'm a relationship person. Like I can't help it.
That's
It's okay.
cool. I think I'm going that way. I've been in relationships, but I feel like I was always, I don't know how to say it, man. I feel like I'm a really good person, and I feel like I'm like a really good boyfriend and I have high standards. And if you're not, I'm a romantic man too. I like to like create romance and like real like movies and shit, like and because I'm a photographer, so I look at everything like memories. And so like I'm into that. And if you're not synergizing with me, if you're not on this level, you're gonna get, left behind. And so that's also why I did kind of had kids later, while I'm doing all these things later, also because I do feel like that it's important to have high standards. And I think our community, like the Latino people and especially women, but have very low standards, you know what I mean? And it's like embarrassing almost to see the dudes that some of these females are with, you know what I mean? And so like if I'm gonna stand with a female, she has to be a bad motherfucker, not just looks. Every woman I've stood with was better than a dime. A kind of woman that walks in the room and everybody knows she's
Yeah.
there. But what's inside, what's going to sustain me, what's going to sustain this? And I think I'm going towards intimacy because all respect, but you can fuck in making love, but you can't make love in fucking,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I was fucking for a long time and I want to make love now, and I got a little taste of intimacy. And when you get a taste of that, it's like getting a taste of hope. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, damn, this was
It
a
hits different.
Oh, girl, I was like,
Yeah.
this was a experience. Like we face to face, eye third eye to third eye. Like we're right here. You know what I mean? And no, but
Oh, definitely.
it took me on. Now I understand. Like when my father was this very good looking, charming man, but he was always faithful. And I always under like, wow. And even my uncles, all faithful. Once they're in a relationship, and they're like, bro, you gotta give it some time. Like any relationship, and it's the reason that like it gives you this thing where like it's so easy to cheat, but because you don't cheat, and because you just keep getting to know each other even more and knowing how to
Yeah.
touch, it goes to another level. But the thing is, I don't think because I was an alcoholic and on drugs or just on cocaine, but and partying and cheating and fucking just being a crazy LA fool, like LA kind of person, I didn't give him any space to build that intimacy. You know what I mean? And like I think a lot of guys are blocked, even women too, because of
Oh,
all this
I think
shit.
especially now, like with this, I like to say like I'm a traditional, non-traditional woman. That makes no sense, and people are always like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, because I have traditional values, and I still like traditional male female roles, like
I love
I
them.
just do. But I'm also very independent, and I do non-traditional things. And they're like, well, that's why it's hard for you to find a man, because like somebody who's a more traditional man is not gonna like a woman that does what you do.
Fuck
And
that. It's
I
not black and white.
exactly,
It's not
and
black
I was
and
like,
white.
well, then I just have to wait and find that unicorn that's gonna, like it. But I still like a man to be a man, and I get a lot like I have, one of my cousins, like she's super mega feminist, like, and I'm feminine, like I'm all for feminism, but I still like a man to be like the head of the household. Like I
Yeah,
still
lead.
believe in like, I love an alpha. I love, my friends say you love dicks, and I was like, it's not that I love dicks or assholes. I love the confidence, that a certain man carries, where it's like a little on the hard side, like I don't know, like I like what I like. I don't know, but
Yeah, you like that
and I
pressure.
still, yeah, yeah, I don't mind cooking, cleaning. Like I was a stay-at-home mom and wife for 10 years. Like that's my whole job, was taking care of other people. And yeah, like I love what I do now, but if I could like mesh the two together, like that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
you know?
part time. You could do that
Yeah,
definitely.
like why not? Like I still enjoy taking care of a man, and I don't feel like that belittles me as a woman in any way. I feel like,
Fuck no.
but so many people do. Like there's a lot of women out there, there's that new age feminism where it's like, I don't belong in the kitchen. And it's like, yeah, no one's saying you belong in the kitchen. Like no one's forcing me. Like I want to be in the kitchen. Like I want to do those things. Like those are choices that I'm making and what I feel comfortable doing, and showing, respect to my man, because, and vice versa.
Yeah, and that's something that like my mom, she didn't cook, she would, but she did other things. But like my tias cooked and my family cooked, and the women in my family, a lot of them, um, they were like, I got you, but I got you. So it's like I'm gonna take care of you, but I'm also gonna hold you accountable. So I'm gonna feed you because I love you and I want to make sure you're good, mijo. Pero también you're gonna go out there and handle them chickens because you're the man, or whatever. You're gonna go pick up that thing because you're the man. I was always
Exactly.
raised to work, to do push-ups, to not be to fight motherfuckers if I had to beat up all anybody that talked to my cousins, and I'd go too far because I became a gang member, so then I was trying to stab fools and shoot
Yeah.
fools, and you
Yeah,
know what I
you're a
mean. But
little over
yeah, I was
the
like the
a
cousin that
little bit.
the cousin you actually don't want to call because he's just gonna fucking make it a
Yeah.
situation instead of just like, pick somebody up or something. I don't know, but you know what I mean. But it's like I don't know. I just feel like that's why I'm doing more of these things because I feel like we need to be in more dialogue with each other to try to understand each other a little better. Because like with this cancel culture, like people tried to cancel me a couple years ago, and it was like, and it turned out not to be true. And it was just this very big humbling experience for me, but also for them, to like people are still coming back apologizing. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're just be hoping that I changed my life,
Yeah.
because
I
they're
mean,
trying to tell the world that I didn't change. And if I didn't change, then I would come hurt them, right? But obviously they're good. We're all good. So it's like, what
yeah,
can
that
we
cancel
do?
culture is I mean, I think like first what we have to do like within like the Latin community is what we don't do, and that's support within our own culture. Like
Oh,
we don't. Like I always get like this like I'm Latina. I'm third generation. Like I speak horrible
shit. So
Spanish.
am I.
Like
I'm third
I
generation
speak
too.
the worst Spanish, but I also grew up in the 90s where
You grew up in East Los.
and in East Coast, but it's like
Half of East people think East Los like is all paisas. East Los is mostly Chicanos that been there for a long ass time.
exactly like my
The
grandma
paisas
lived
are on the other side, are on Westlake, on MacArthur
yeah.
Park.
And it's like not only that's like in the 90s, like they weren't pushing for Spanish. Like
Nah,
you
hell
spoke
no.
Spanish, that was a negative thing. You
And they
went
were
to
killing all the
school,
classes and everything.
exactly. You went to school and it was like English only. You spoke Spanish, it was like a form of like I don't know, like it was just a lower form if you were speaking Spanish, right? Like it was English only. And my dad is from Texas. He's from El Paso.
What? My
He
family's from
speaks
El Paso.
yeah, he speaks
God
fluent
damn.
Spanish, and people always like, "How do you not speak Spanish?" And I'm like, it just wasn't. It's not like I'm ashamed. Like I represent my culture. I represent East LA everywhere I go. I'm super proud to be from where I'm from, and I feel like I don't even get the support, within my own culture because I'm not Mexican enough, or I'm not like Chicana enough. I'm not I'm not
So
Latina
they
enough.
say,
It's
no soy de
very
ahí, no soy de aquí, ni allí, allá, or
yeah,
anything like that, because you're not from here or over there. You're stuck in the middle. You know what I mean? That's what I also try to bring out, about like that it's okay. Like somos pochos y qué, somos pochas y qué. I used to have a song that said straight pocho y qué. And it was like one
yeah,
of my best sellers, because I'm proud. I flipped it because they used to call me pinche pocho pelon. Before USC, I went to CSUN. Shout out to Cal State Northridge and USC and Santa Monica College, but I did it backwards. But anyway, but and so they used to call me that, and then I created like joking around, and then I just created it just because I actually created my nickname so that I could put it on Facebook when it first went from MySpace to Facebook, and I didn't want to put my real name because I didn't know what
yeah,
Facebook was. And then it's funny now I have it like on my lips, and it's like tattooed all over. It became like whatever.
yeah.
And so then we're talking so much, we're almost out of time, but real quick, I did want to get into a little bit because I like to get into shit that's just more like real life. Like because you're single now and with a family, and like I'm also single now. I met somebody that I'm, just talking to. She has a couple kids, and I have a kid, one, she's two, and it's real shit. And I have a really good relationship with the mother of my child. I honor her as much as I can because she made me. I really feel like I became a man when I became a father. I feel like I was a child before that. I'll just be
Yeah.
real. And so it's all good. So how do you date? You know what I mean? Because how do you feel about them having kids? Do you have any boundaries?
Date. What's that? Date? No, I don't date. No. No.
I know, but
It's hard. It's
you know what
hard,
I mean, though?
honestly. It's really hard. I think
Because
I
at
don't
our
mind.
age, everybody has kids for the most part. Not everybody, but
Yeah, but I feel like also, I mean, for women, it's hard to date in general. I feel like when men see a woman with kids, they see it as baggage. Where when women see a man with kids, they're like, "Oh my God, he has kids!" Like,
he's
it's in
responsible.
family. It's in family. So it's a lot different on this end. And like, I really don't date that much. I feel like, unfortunately, there's men are not what they used to be like when I was growing up. It's definitely changed the dynamic of dating and, you know, what men are looking for. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I stay open, you know, like my friends always like, oh, you just give so many chances and you do this. Sometimes like, because I'm open to it. Like, I don't rate anybody at a scale. I don't like hold anybody to a standard compared to like anybody else I dated. And I go all in, and
Me
and
too.
otherwise, how am I gonna know? You know, how will I ever know?
Exactly. Well, let's get into a couple quick questions. Favorite color?
Favorite color? Oh, any color. I like all colors.
All right, what's your sign?
Aries.
I'm an Aries. What the fuck is going on
No,
here?
what's your birthday?
March 28th, 1983. Girl, don't even play with me. I'm an Aries.
Mm-hmm.
What are
March
you?
23.
March
What are
28th. 28th.
Oh, March 20th.
28th. I think 23 is still, I think it starts on 21st.
I did. I'm April 13th.
Okay, you're on the other side of it. It's all good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Fire
No, but
sign.
hell yeah, we stay fire. And our family from El Paso. That's a trip,
Okay.
man. I mean, my family's from the projects out there. It's like a real thing it's like a thing in our family, you know, El
Yeah.
Paso. Like they go back and all that. I mean, there's no family there, but they just go back to like see it for some reason. I don't know.
I
There's like a
love
little
it.
hill, you know what I mean? Is there anywhere if you could just get the hell out of here, where would you go? Like a city, state, anywhere. Have you
No, I
traveled?
love it here. No, I haven't traveled. I mean, I've been to
That's
other
why you don't know
states.
yet.
I've been to other states. There's a lot of places I would like to go visit, but I love California. I love LA. I'm Cali girl, always through and
I
through.
am too. I saw Texas. I like Texas, but then when I saw that humidity, I was like, oh, hell no.
Right?
All right,
With
real
that
quick.
hair,
Oh no, you don't even know that shit gets real serious.
humidity with that, forget it.
It's actually really soft. I got a nice hair, girl. I got a secret. I don't even do that much to it. People put all this shit in it, and they don't know that a lot of times, like, don't wash your hair for a day or two. Let the let nature with it, you know.
Yeah.
But then you gotta wash it to make sure there ain't nothing crazy. I'll get some shit stuck in there too. It's no joke. So let's end this.